What is going on, everybody? Welcome into Across the Board on this Monday, May the 18th. Got my guy Pick'em Nick here with me, and we have a special guest
What's going on, guys?
today to talk this actually like NBA series with us. We got Joe from Lay Off the Juice. What is going on, man?
Man, nothing much, man. Thank you for having me on today.
Yep, glad to have you on. Nick, what do you have going on, man?
Just a nice weather starting to heat up. Pre-Memorial Day weekend activities. I feel like the bets are starting to heat up, which is good. And looking to take on this week. Finally got some good NBA games. I feel like some of those series were just a little, eh, but these are some fun ones now. I think more offensive series. I'm looking to chat it up with the guys.
Love it, man. Love it. Just some love to the chat here. We got J-Bo in the chat. What's going on, man? J-Bo is also very happy to see Joe here. So we got that going on. Zach, what's going on, man? Glad to have you soon. Gerald, appreciate you, man. You want to say it a bunch of times. So I'm just going to go ahead and get that out of the way. Yes, the actual tennis pick lost this morning. Apparently, you put too much on that. Yeah, sorry, bud. Um, um, but to do a little recap, Saturday show, which was weird saying that because it was our first ever Saturday show. Um, we had a best bet sweep there. Um, we had the Schwarber walk prop. I believe he actually walked in the first, so that was no sweat there. And then Nick, you had it was Judge HRR.
Mm-hmm. Yep,
Yep.
2 HR.
And actually that came through for us.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, nice there. Overall, it was a really good week, guys. Um, I don't say it often, but actually last week I came on here and I said that I felt like it was going to be a good week. And I like really don't, try to hype up things like actually that very often. Yeah, it turned out to be a really good week. This is what my week was. 28 and 18 this past week as far as units up actually 23. So yeah, uh, looking to run that back today. Um, but yeah, guys, I say we go ahead and get right on into it and
Let's do it.
talk a little NBA. Why our guy Joe is here tonight. We have we have the series that everybody's finally been actually kind of like waiting for here. Spurs versus the Thunder. Um, to me, this feels a lot like Seahawks versus Rams. Like actually, like whoever wins this game is it
It's gonna win it all.
all. Like actually, that's exactly what it feels like here. Um, but
Oh no.
just to get started here, as far as the series price, you do have the Thunder favorite here at actually minus 260. On the Spurs on the comeback, you can get a plus 210. As far as the series spread, it is actually 1.5 games. That is just standard juice there. As far as the total games for the series is sitting at 5.5. The over is juiced to minus 160. So before we get into specifically tonight's games, um, let's just talk about the series as a whole. And Joe, I am going to let you start.
If we're gonna be honest, I'm probably about to sound like the biggest hypocrite on this side of the Mississippi, man. I honestly think the Spurs beat the OKC Thunder. Reason being, I think that OKC is just overpriced. They're 8-0 in the postseason. But if you look at who they played, a bunch of nobodies. You played a banged up Phoenix Suns team without Mark Williams, who was the big threat in the middle. Then Green and Brooks, neither they were both literally just coming back from injury, so they weren't 100%. You beat the AARP Lakers with LeBron James lead without a walking double double in Luca, right? Who's by far the best player on the Lakers. So in my mind, that 8-0, that two perfect sweeps, I think that's why they're overpriced. But if you look at the head to head this season, you watch those games, the Spurs are probably the only team in the West that just lines up top to bottom and has the depth. So usually, most NBA teams they'll have like a solid five, but whenever the starters come out, it's a wrap because OKC got guys off the bench that are definitely going to be household names in a couple years. So with all that being said, I'm on the Spurs for a number of reasons, but I think plus 1.5 games is where I'm gonna take it because I could see them losing in Game 7, right? It being close, and you still win because you got plus 1.5. So I lean Spurs. That's it.
Nick, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I'm leaning Spurs here too. I just don't think so. As far as matchup wise, I think the Spurs could go head to head with Fox Castle kind of negate. Well, Harper Cat. They got the guards Harper Castle Fox kind of negate Shy and Williams. I think they could all give the same production. Now the X factor here, which is across the whole board, is Wemby. No one has a matchup for him. He is 7'5", moves like a guard. He's gonna pull your center out the paint. He's gonna create mismatches basically everywhere on the court, and that's where the Oklahoma City Thunder are gonna struggle. Chet kind of has the same build, but he's not as skilled, and he's not as big. Like Chet's probably even skinnier than Wimby. Believe it
Yeah,
or not.
Wemby.
Oh,
So,
yeah.
so with that being said, Wemby could kind of bully him, um, in that factor. And then they have Hartenstein. He just can't move as well as Holmgren. So Wemby could pull him out the paint, space the floor out, and that's what's going to change this whole series because Fox, Harper, Castle, they like to drive. So they're gonna pull the center out the paint. They're gonna, attack the mismatch that they have, and drive and kick. And I think that's where the Spurs are gonna win. Um, I think this could be a Spurs in six. It kind of, I want to see this Thunder team under a little pressure. They haven't been pressured at all basically this whole season. I would say they haven't felt the pressure, uh, and they just haven't. This is going to be that series where they kind of have to face the scrutiny a little bit, face, some pressure. And that's where I want to see if they could come back at the Spurs. And I don't think they can. And I can see a Spurs in six here.
Now, do you think Jay Williams coming back? You think that changes things big time for OKC in a positive, negative? Because I mean, he is the second best player outside of SGA, right? So, does that affect you in any way?
Nick, are you with us? Okay, maybe not. For actually me, Joe, um, I I'm not sure there. Um, you know, just to do a little bit different take here because both of y'all are actually saying actually Spurs here. I was not expecting that. To be honest with you, um, you know, and actually like Bill, Bill actually brings up a good point. Joe, me and actually you have like talked all about this. As far as the regular season goes, the Spurs have handled this actual team very well. Um,
Back.
really have.
Couldn't hear.
Um, so you go back here and Nick had Nick had actually made a great point of like the Thunder have not really been tested yet. As far as the Lakers go, as far as Suns go, they've actually swept them. The Thunder have really not even looked their very best, like whatsoever, and they've just won their games. They've just gone out there and just done what they had to like do. So I'm wondering tonight. I am very interested to see how this Thunder team looks because now they know like okay, it's like time to lock in now. Like like we have to actually go out there and actually play our best ball. I'm ready to see what that looks like, especially with this week break actually like they've had. So I feel like a lot of people tonight are on the Spurs, and I totally understand why. Like I get it, but it's it's still a little scary for actually me to back the Spurs here. I feel like I really want to see how this Thunder team looks. Um, if I was to back the Spurs tonight, it would actually be in their team total over. That would actually be the only way that I could really go there. Um, we were talking about series. Sorry, guys, I didn't really mean to get into the actual game yet. Um, I can't go and put that banner up. So the Thunder, Thunder, they are actually laying 6.5 points here. Total is 220.5. Looks like that total may be actually moving up a little bit now. And that makes sense to me. I mean, like as far as these playoff games for actually both of these teams, they've been going over, and actually both these teams have actually been scoring points, so it makes sense. Uh, Joe and I had actually talked some before the game, and actually Nick, I'm actually wondering your take here. I To me, I'm like thinking tonight, if I'm the Thunder, if I want to beat this Spurs team, I like want to play faster. Like
Mhm.
actually, like actually, that's my thought. So like, what actually do you think about that?
Yeah, I don't think they would want to get into a half court game with them. I think their
Right.
strength would kind of be to use their defense, turn it into offense, play fast, uh, maybe tire out Wemby, get him tired and get him off the floor, play a little faster because they could go small ball, Chet at the five, and then see if they. I guess the Spurs would have to, put out Barnes or Champagne and see run them at the five if that ends up happening. I think that would be beneficial for them. So actually playing with a faster pace and pressuring the ball would probably be their best bet there. I
Yeah.
agree with that.
Yeah. So that leads me still to either for actually tonight in game one, that still leads me to either the over or even that can still lead to that Spurs actually team total over, the way I'm saying. And the only reason why I'm still saying Spurs team total over is because they are the dog here. And it's just so low. It's at, I think, 107.
Yeah, that
Um,
was
so I
definitely
mean,
a steal.
that to me is low. I mean, like they can lose, they can not even cover here, but they can still get over that.
Hmm.
So for me, I've not locked this in yet, but that's how I am looking for actually game like one though. Joe, what are you thinking here for specifically game one?
I absolutely love that 107. Like that to me was like hammer mode. But just style of play, the reason why I think this Spurs team has the edge over OKC is the way that they play them, right? Usually teams like the Lakers, they had zero room for any little bit of error, right? Whereas the Spurs don't have that same risk. In my mind, the Spurs
Hmm.
bench is just as good as OKC bench, and usually OKC, like Nick said, they turn their defense into their offense and score a lot in transition. Well, the
Hmm.
problem is San Antonio does the exact same thing. And they also have a much younger roster than almost everybody they've played. So when I saw, and I was just looking at the box score, I'm like a huge fan of looking at team stats, right? I
Yeah.
saw that the Spurs basically dominated the rebounding in almost every game. And that's a recipe for winning, and it also travels, right?
That's
Meaning, if I limit your second chance opportunities and I don't turn the ball over, you've knocked off about 20 to 30% of OKC's offense. I mean, don't get me wrong, they're still good, but they're not as good. The problem is it'll be like a 4 point game, and then all of a sudden they go on the 15-0 run because of the transitions and all that other stuff, the way that they
Yeah.
score. So,
I, th- I think whoever shoots the three ball better in this series is going to end up winning.
and
And that's what's going to end up changing the series. If like the Thunder bench start hitting those threes, it might be
oh,
hard
yeah.
for the Spurs. And same with the Spurs. They got, guys who can shoot the three as well. Vassell and other guys are going to space the floor. So I think uh, when it comes down to a Wemby, and I think the threes are going to play a big factor because Wemby could shrink the floor defensive. Like him being on the floor makes it way harder for the Thunder to even get to the paint. So now they're going to have to drive and, kick and hit those threes a little bit more consistently. And that's going to, I don't know if they're going to be able to do it, but we'll see.
Yeah,
Um,
definitely.
when I actually like and actually, yeah, the other's interesting as far as the threes goes, because these like teams have been shooting the three at the exact same rate. Um, so yeah, it is
Yeah.
definitely going to be it is definitely going to be interesting there. Joe, this is something you had actually brought up, so you can talk about this here. Fox is actually questionable tonight. What do you think about him going into?
So So if you look at Fox, so Fox is originally from Houston, for those who didn't know. Um, but when you look at Fox, his ankles, they've always been a problem. He wears like ankle bracelets every day. And he just rolled it or tweaked it. So I think once he gets adrenaline going or he gets some juice in the ankle, either way, I think he'll be fine. But I honestly think that's the reason why we're getting this 6.5, right? Instead of it being closer to like 4.5.
Mhm.
Honestly. But am I worried? Absolutely not, because I have full faith in Stephon Castle. If you ask me, at this point in Fox's career, Stephon Castle is the better guard all the way around. Like, take the name brand off of it and just look at it. Let the eye test tell you. Like, Castle is the better guard between the two, in my humble opinion. But I know that's probably a wild take. But
It's crazy.
you,
No, it's just I kind of agree with that. Like, and Fox is young too. I don't know why. I mean, maybe he's doing it for the benefit of the team. He's kind of taken a back seat, like even to Castle, Wemby, and even Harper's like playing a lot better than Fox currently. I don't know if Fox is doing it for the better of the team and kind of taking on a different role because we've seen Fox go for 30 and 10 night in and night
yeah,
out.
definitely.
This season, he's definitely not that Fox. He's kind of taking back, scoring when he has to, but not looking for a shot, kind of dishing it out. So I
Definitely.
agree with that. Castle is the better guard right now, and I mean, right now coming off that series, you can even make a saying that Harper had a better series than him too.
That, yeah. Dylan Harper has been my cash cow
Yeah.
from the Spurs,
hmm
rebounds and points wise. So the dude just so fast, man.
He's a mismatch too for as a
Yeah,
guard because he's 6'7", I believe.
yeah. Well,
Yeah, he's a
the
big
other
guard.
thing is like when we talk about the benches, like Keldon Johnson is a very underrated rebounder who can get really hot from
hmm
three, right? And then you look at Harrison Barnes, that veteranship coming off the bench. Like he doesn't get a lot of minutes, but he's still smart and can get you what you need when you need it. So he's a clutch factor you don't have to use. Then Luke Cornett, he came from the Celtics, and he's a very underrated big. So if you ever ran Wemby and Luke, that is a double
Yeah.
big lineup that doesn't envy anybody in the league. So like I just think like the bench, man, like that's where the Spurs, I mean the OKC Thunder does not have the traditional advantage they're used to having. So
Yeah,
Yeah, we're gonna have to see a little more of the Thunder bench. I mean, they played very well throughout the regular season, but that's regular season. This is where the defense is tightened up. So again, they weren't really tested the other series. We're gonna see what happens here, especially game one. I
yeah.
think you'll kind of learn a lot real quick.
yeah. Well, guys, for everybody who does not know, Joe here. Joe is actually with us. He actually gives out his actual plays with actually ours. So actually, like when you get my plays, when you get Nick's plays, you actually like also get Joe's plays. His actual name is actually Lay Off the Juice because he does not like to lay juice. But
At
you know
all.
what? One of my favorite things is actually when you do lay juice because those are the ones that I hammer. Because actually, like if you actually feel
Yeah.
good enough to actually lay a price, then that tells me there's the play then.
Man, I hate Jews. I'm a weird accountant, a numbers guy. Like the number I target is ROI. I don't really target wins and losses like everybody else. I love plus money bangers or something close to plus money. Under
hmm
120 is where I live. You know what I mean? Because I don't know. I just like them. It's
I'm
my favorite.
searching those plus 100, plus 150s.
Yeah,
My favorite streets.
definitely.
But yeah, guys. As far as we have some other series starting up soon. So if actually you would like to see some more Joe, smash that like button, guys. As you can tell, Joe definitely knows ball, so definitely like to have him on like here. Um, Joe, I think we're about to move into a little baseball. So, is there anything else you would like to say?
Nah, man, just let's fucking win, I guess. I'm out of here, man. I'm gonna let you guys have this MLB stuff.
Thank you, Joe.
All right, man.
All
Thanks,
right.
man. Later, man.
Later.
All right. That was a fun little segment there with Joe.
Hmm.
Yeah, gonna move into a little bit of baseball.
There we go.
First game up, I'm gonna be talking to the Braves and the Marlins. Um, Marlins actually home here. They are the favorites in this game. Minus 115, total 8.5. And actually, we love Joe because now Joe's in the chat. So
There you go, Joe.
gotta love it. But this game here, man. Sorry, I wasn't quite ready. Let me get everything pulled up. Braves come into this series. They're 32-15 on the season. The Marlins are 21-26. I mean, the Braves, as we know, I mean they've just been playing well. The so far this season they have played 3 games. The Braves actually won 2 of those. The Marlins did take the first game that actually they had that actually played here. This is interesting, just because of the line. You're seeing Braves as basically the slight dog here. So as you know, most people are going to be on the Braves here. This is one where, as far as the ticket count and everything, like I said, that's not how I cap. Like I
Yeah.
I know like a lot of people cap solely based off of that, but that's just not how I cap. But I actually did look at it for this game, and actually, obviously, the Braves, like the money percentages and everything, are on the Braves, but the line has moved towards the Marlins. So you can look at that and you can say, okay, well, obviously, they are the sharp side here. With this Braves team, um, I'm not really looking to bet against them. That either doesn't mean I'm going to bet necessarily on them here. But I got Jay Cook. What is going on, man? Glad to see you here. He's saying take the Marlins team total over 3.5. And with actually JR on the mound, I understand it because he is still having his issues as far as giving up walks. I mean, he just continues to give up walks, but I mean, he's like overall pitching well though. But we all like know though when you're having that many guys on like base, you're gonna run into trouble. At actually some point, like you just are. As far as the Marlins, they have actually Max Meyer on the mound, and he is somebody that I try to back. So far on the season, he is actually 3-0. Has an actually ERA of 3.21, a WHIP of 1.15. He's pitching great. His last time out versus I believe it was versus the Twins. He actually did give up 4 earned. I believe he did strike out a bunch though. I forgot like how many he actually did, but it was like one of those games where he definitely had stuff, but then again he also did give up some actually hard hit. Was saying all that though, Nick, what are you thinking about this game between the Marlins and the Braves? I think Nick froze on us here. So hopefully he comes back. I'll talk a little bit more. And yeah, like I was saying, the Braves, I'm just not looking to bet against them currently. If you were talking about like our guy here was saying with the Marlins team like total over, if I was going to go against the Braves, that is how I would do it. I'll probably do it first 5 though. JJ? Because it's probably a 1.5. Let me look at that because I mean the Brave that's your Braves pin is really good. Um, let me look at that 1 second because if it's a 1.5 for them in the first five, um, I would much rather take that. If it's 2.5, I would not want to take it. Um, wow, it actually is a 2.5. Uh, I mean, you can get a good price on it. You can get 2.5 at plus 125. Um, but no, yeah, I actually would rather take that. Um, but yeah, at almost every book here, you have them at actually minus 115. DraftKings is minus 114. As far as actually FanDuel is actually minus 116. So yeah, they're like all like right there, like in that range. Um, like I said, for me, I'm probably not going to be on anything here. Um, if anything, though, like I said, it's hard. Just actually, like Zach saying here, um, Braves have been very good to us, and when it comes down to it, the Braves, as far as the starting pitching, Max Meyer overall in current form, I do like him a little bit more. Even though Jr. Like I said, besides the walks, he's really not pitching bad. But besides that, the Braves have an edge everywhere else. So it's really hard for me to make the Marlins any type of favorite here. But this is one that I'm not sure I'm going to be able to back the Braves on there. So Nick, what are you thinking here?
Yeah, I don't want to back the Braves here, and I'm definitely not a Marlins like backer here either. I'm more looking at props here. And
Yep.
I'm gonna kind of fade a little Jared Ritchie. I'm looking at Liam Hicks, 2 HRR. You're paying a little juice there. It's minus 140. But Jared Ritchie struggles against lefties. They're batting against like 250 against him. And Liam Hicks is probably one of the better lefties on the team. He's probably gonna be batting second. And I think 2 HRR is probably my best bet on this game. I would lean a little over 8.5. I could see this game also being like one of those 5-2 games. Like, uh, but I would lean over 8.5 because I've felt more throwing. You feel like a 5-4. Uh, just depending, I guess, on how the middle innings play out here and what routes the teams go. Um, so that's why I'm going to be leaning the player prop here and take a little HRR. Uh, Liam Hicks. I would also throw a little sprinkle on maybe a little Matt Olson home run. As far as that, because Max, I feel like Matt Olson could pull one out the park there.
I would love to see that. You know what? Today is I think a great home run day, guys.
I do.
As far as some matchups we have in other games, as far as the wind is blowing out, it's actually getting hot now. Um, yeah, we're actually going to get into that soon, but I think it is a great home run day. But yeah, guys, this game here, you kind of heard us with what's going on there. I can understand why like you would be on actually like either side here. But shout out to our guy David, man. Glad that you can be with us. I've actually not seen you in an actual bit tonight or a bit. And he's saying it as far as actually weathers, he's liking him tonight over 5.5 Ks. Nick, you are our Yankees guy. What do you think about David's play here?
I like that too. I know Toronto is not an easy team to strike out against, but they're probably gonna be running a little weirder. Like they don't have those guys in the lineup that would hold up hold down. I guess the K rate, like they'd hold it down. I think Weathers with the high velocity that he's gonna be throwing at lefty. I think 5.5 should be good for him, unless he gets himself into trouble. But I think in this spot with both teams, having those long games, those long weekends coming in, their bats might be a little tired and trying to hit 99 ain't always easy, especially coming from a lefty arm slot.
Yeah, exactly, man. What is going on, man? Glad that you can be here with us. Anything for the NBA? We actually just went over like a whole like bunch of that, man. If you actually want to go like back, we like talked a bunch about that. I'm sure Nick at the end of the show is probably going to have maybe a best bet from. Okay,
maybe not.
Maybe not. So yeah, definitely. So actually, de- definitely go back. Like I said, we definitely talked a lot about it, but then also wait around for our best bets as well. Um, Going to keep moving here, guys. Those are our last planned game that we're going to break down. So if you would like us to talk any other games, definitely drop those in the chat. But that is going to be those Dodgers. Um, Dodgers playing the Padres here. As far as series, this is a big one here. Um, you know, uh, this series is usually always good. Got the Dodgers here. They are on the road. They are laying -155. This total is 7.5. You have Yamamoto on the mound tonight for the Dodgers. He is 3-3 on the season as a 3.6 ERA and a 1 flat WHIP. He's kind of compared to what we're used to seeing, man. He's been like getting hit though, and actually giving up runs too. I mean, his last game versus the Giants, who's actually offense, like I don't think is necessarily great. Um, he actually gave up 5 earned to the Astros. Before that, he gave up 3 to the Marlins. Before that, he actually gave up 3. Um, so this Padres team, this is one of those teams everybody knows I can't stand. I can't seem to get on the right side of them. They're so up and down.
Yeah.
But actually, they have King on the mound tonight. He's been pitching great. 3-2 on the season, 2.63 ERA, and a 1.09 WHIP. The thing here, though, is the Dodgers in the past have just seemed to hit him well. So that's why I think you're actually seeing like the Dodgers favored here, and the Dodgers in the actual first 5 are even favored more. So they're saying the books are like telling you that actually like, Michael King is most likely going to get hit here. That's what I take from like that. For me, I think that this total here is actually like a little low. And yeah, I think that's what I'm going to end up being on, man. It's just the full game over because I think both teams here are actually going to be able to actually like put up runs. Gerald is saying stay away from home run plays. Actually, home run plays have actually been treating us well, and
They haven't.
those are almost more for fun though. Like we're like betting them
Yeah.
small.
No,
Those
we never
aren't.
put serious money on those.
Yeah, no, those aren't like regular size bets or anything like actually that. So, uh, Zach's agreeing with us. Dodgers 1-5. Yeah.
Padres have also won 3. They just swept the
Yeah, they
Mariners.
swept the Mariners, which that Mariners last night, I thought that was a great Mariners spot, and
Yeah.
I
Against Giolito first came back, it
yeah,
smelled like it, right?
yeah,
Like,
and let's be
so
real.
the Padres and the Dodgers, I think, are kind of 2 separate like teams. Like they win in different ways. Like the Dodgers
Definitely.
have a strong starting rotation. Their bullpen's a little questionable. The Padres, uh, it's the opposite way. Their starting pitching's a little questionable. But they have probably the best bullpen, or if not 1-2, um, in the league. So they're gonna be playing the series a little differently. The Padres kind of rested their big relief pitchers because I'm assuming they were well. One, they didn't really need them for the Mariners because the way the games ended out, and two, I'm assuming they were looking ahead to this series, knowing that they would probably need those big arms coming into this series. So they're probably gonna play the game a little differently than the Dodgers. The Dodgers are gonna hope they could probably get 7, 8 out of Yamamoto, um, or at least 6, 7, 8 would probably be cool if they could, push it there. But that's how they're gonna play it. I still not a believer in this Padres team. I think this is a Dodgers spot here. I think Yamamoto is a stronger starting pitcher over King, and with the bats, it looks like the Dodgers are starting to wake up, and that's scary because when they have all these guys, I don't think the Padres can score runs with them. Tatis is still has no power. Don't know where his power went. Like they took his powers away. um,
Yeah.
And I don't with that. I mean, right now the Padres offense. Every time I'm looking up, it's like a Gavin Sheets double, Gavin Sheets home run. Seems like he's leading that force over there. I don't know if he can be able to do that in this series, so I think that I'm gonna have to lean the Dodgers money line here.
Yeah. Tyler's definitely how it lean. What I would do is probably play like a Dodgers, like a -1 line.
Hmm.
That's kind of how I would lean here. Got Jermaine, what is up, man? Glad actually that you could join us here. Um, Gerald, that's definitely how I lean, man. It's definitely not, you know, one of my favorite plays of the day. I think there's some really good spots. Matter of fact, I'm actually going to finish Marshall Card like actually after the show here. Um, there's some lines I think that are way off today, but I've been trying to get as much like info as I can because I'm trying to figure out once again why I have these lines so off. But we've been talking about it, man, the past like 2 weeks. These lines that seem off, they just it doesn't matter. Like they just hit. They've like been like hitting for us. Um, and actually that's why baseball for me is going so well is actually like and actually instead of staying off of those kind of like I usually would, I've just been playing them and actually they've been working out well. But anyway, to answer your question, Joe, yes, I actually do like the first five over, and also like the um, yeah, yeah, the full game over too. Uh, yes, we actually do have a Discord. It is actually uh, it is actually linked. So you can go there and actually you can get free plays of the day, and then also you can actually get our actually like VIP link there actually also, so you can get everybody's plays also there.
Normally I would type, but right now I am currently mobile on my phone, so it's a little harder.
Yeah, like it's like linked like right down below us here, guys. If you just click more, it will show them all there for you. Um, but yeah, man, that's really what I got. We had somebody ask a question. Oh, Zach. Okay, Mariners, White Sox. Mariners are dead to me, Zach. No, but really, this team, I'm. Did I expect them to be as actually like as good as last season? No. Did I expect them to be better than what they are currently? Yes. Um, their team that's just I'm just not understanding them. But tonight, playing the White Sox though, uh, they have actually Woo on the mound. Brian like Woo, has he been pitching as good as he normally has? No. Versus this White Sox lineup, should he pitch well tonight? Yes. He should have a good night. Now, as far as Schultz going on the other side for the White Sox, the Mariners should be able to get to him some. Have they been hitting? No, they haven't been. Um, so for me, this number with the Mariners, could I lay it? No, absolutely not. This would be a White Sox through their pass spot. But am I in love with the White Sox tonight though? No. So for me, this was an easy pass. I would almost lean under here. But Nick, do you have anything here?
I actually think the Mariners. I know the White Sox are kind of legit. They've been, hitting the ball very well, but they haven't seen Brian Wu. And Mariners still have a very good bullpen. And I think even if let's just say, the problem with the Mariners is their bats. They seem like they
Yeah.
were scoring a little bit, but they haven't. They just got swept by the Padres. I don't think the White Sox pitchers are as good as the Padres pitchers, so I think the Mariners bats could wake up a little bit here, and kind of you know start winning a couple games against the White Sox, whose offense, I don't think the league is sleeping on the White Sox anymore. So I think the Mariners, after just getting swept, I would assume that they want to come into the White Sox, at home, start winning a couple games here. So I'm on the Mariners here, especially with Brian on the mound.
Okay. Gotcha. Um, one more game that we can talk about that we did like kind of went over very quickly for an actual prop. That is the Yankees game. Yankees are hosting the Blue Jays. Um, I was on the Blue Jays yesterday. That actually was a big play of mine. Um, that line I didn't understand it. I think we got him at -125. It ended up being a nice sweat free win for us there. Tonight though, I would be looking to go the other way. I think this is the Yankees kind of, I don't know if get right spot is the right word for it. I mean, because it's not like they've been playing like that bad, but like losing a series the way they just didn't really see like that like coming. So they are definitely ready to actually get back to it here. Um, as far as actually Patrick Corbin goes, that's my main reason. Has like Corbin, has he been pitching better than what everybody thought he would? Yes. As actually far as his actual like expected numbers are still high. They're still high as hell though. I believe his expected ERA is actually still over 6. He has a bunch of hard hit. They're just being hit at guys. Um, and versus actually left-handers, the Yankees have been hitting lefties very well. So I think tonight Yankees bats do well. That's going to be. Um, I haven't played it yet, but that is going to be one of my plays. As I'm going to be playing the Yankees team total or Yankees first 5 team total over 2.5 runs.
Yeah, I think this is a Yankees get right spot here. Corbin's not going to get away with that stuff, especially in this park. I would say, more so than anything. Um, it's unfortunate that we lost the series the way we did. Giving up that 3-run homer. It is what it is, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh, but I think, coming into this one, losing to the Mets doesn't really hurt us long term because of the division. This is more of a division game, so I would assume the Yankees want to take this a little more serious, and kind of separate themselves a little bit and try to keep up with the Rays because the Rays have been hot. Um, so I think this is more important than the Subway Series. So I think they'll come out here and do what they do.
Yeah. Yeah. It's definitely the only way that I can lean here. Well, man, let's go ahead and talk about some home runs because I have to get going here very soon. But like we said earlier, I think today is a great home run day. And some of these prices, you can definitely tell that. Um, I mean, as far as gosh, there's a lot of guys that look like they really pop off the page here. As far as Judge, I mean, he does almost every day, but especially today, though, he does. And the pricing says it. I mean, I think he's under plus 200, which, sorry, I'm just never going to bet that.
Mhm.
But I mean, he like really pops. As far as actually like Ben Rice, he also does. Um, as far as somebody who we haven't really talked about, but somebody who really pops off for me today is for the Cubs, and actually that is Michael Bush. Um, I actually really like him to actually today. As far as Schwarber goes, I mean, like everybody knows, he's been hot. His like price also really sucks. It's hard to bet that, but the weather there is going to be really good. So I'm definitely expecting to see actually home runs there. Um, so yeah, he's actually like another one. But Nick, who are you looking at here?
I'm gonna go again. I'm gonna go with Mike Trout here today. Seeing JT again. Trout hit a double yesterday. I like the target guys who've been hitting the hard ball hard. I think it's a good matchup, so we're gonna go Mike Trout here.
All right. I like that. Gosh. Um, Let me go with Michael Bush, man.
Mike's. Let's go.
Yeah,
We got the Mike parlay going.
yeah. Let me do that. Like I said, I could go with one of those other ones, but the odds, man, the odds are just not good.
Let's see.
Um,
Oh,
so
yeah, I was
that
looking
is,
at Judge and I saw plus 172. I'm like, are you
yeah.
serious? We're doing this again?
I was about to say yes, it makes a lot of sense, but there's just no way I could bet a home run prop at that price.
I agree.
There's no way. But actually, actually you're putting that in to see the price, I'm going to go ahead and roll on to my best bet, guys, and that is the game that we just talked about. We got actually Gerald put it up here. That is that Yankees first 5 team total over 2.5. He is personally getting a minus 135. I know that you can get a little bit better out there currently. But yeah, that is going to be my best bet for the show.
Yeah. So the parlay pays out plus 2154. It's plus
That's not bad.
2,154. Yep. I'm going on with my best bet. I'm gonna take my guy Victor Wembanyama over 24.5 points here.
Okay.
This is his series. He is the difference maker in this series. And he's gonna have to have big games if they want to take down the Almighty Thunder.
I like it, man. I like that. Well, guys, that's going to be it for us today. Like I said, if you actually want to see more of actually Joe on the show, definitely should let us know. Definitely smash that like button for us. Nick, is there anything else that you have?
And let's fucking win. It's a great Monday. Got some great NBA games, more baseball games, and let's keep it going.
That's right. We're actually coming off of a good actually week. But that was last week. It's a brand new week. It's time to get to work. Let's fucking win. Later, guys.